Welcome to episode of Potion Sword Run. In this episode, we're going to be talking about a GoFundMe for Dreamcast Guy to fix his teeth. Now, recently I made a video about Smash JT crowdfunding to fund his frivolous lawsuit. Pretty much wasting everybody's money on something that shouldn't have been done in the first place. Something that he instigated, people defend him, people defend Alyssa. It doesn't matter. The money is wasted and it comes from gamers. And I was critical because that's money that shouldn't be spent on lawsuits. Nobody wins. It's just wasted money. And then I see Dreamcast Guy, who's also crowdfunding, but he's doing it for a health reason. And that's something that I can stand behind because I know from experience how that can pretty much ruin a person. It isn't easy asking for money when you need it, especially for Max. Anybody who watches his content for long enough knows what kind of person he is. He doesn't really like to take from people. In fact, his content doesn't even run ads in the typical way that most creators his size do, you know. He's not trying to sell us any honey memberships. He's not trying to sell us any pot of land in Scotland. You know, he doesn't even take advertisers from what I remember watching his videos. You know, it does have regular AdSense ads, but him being so big, he can pretty much be like everyone else and keep on taking all these advertiser money on stuff that he don't even believe in, Leagues of Legends and, you know, whatever. I'm sure he gets approached all the time, but he doesn't do it. And you look at him, and besides his video game collection, he looks like he lives within his means. But even being a big YouTuber like him goes to show that you're not all taken care of, you know, especially when it comes to healthcare and healthcare in America. And even those who do have insurance can't afford to use it both ways, premiums and then after the cost. And so when someone like him comes and asks for help, it's pretty serious. And anybody who has had any dental problems know how it's beyond just, you know, a messed up tooth. It ruins pretty much your whole life. You can't eat, you can't sleep, you have constant pain, you're always subconscious. It's just, man, luckily, besides that, I have my own issues, but I did have to have some dental work, and then at that time I was able to afford it. But having to replace a crown or whatever I didn't even know I had, by all in the end of things, you know, with having to get referrals, having to go to a different dentist, having to get a root canal, and just a bunch of stuff, it ended up costing me about $7,000 out of pocket, cash. You know, here you go, here's your money. Now, for Max, it looks like he has a broken teeth and a bunch of other problems he has to take care of, and he's asking for about $15,000. No, he's asking for about $16,000 to cover all his costs. So far, he's raised about $13,000. As people spread the word, I'm sure he's actually going to reach his goal because, you know, he has a lot of fans and people out there are sympathetic to healthcare needs. But I just wanted to highlight that, you know, this is the reason why you GoFundMe. This is the reason why you ask, you know, your friends and fans and family, you know, for help, for medical reasons, for stuff that, you know, is out of your control and that you can't cover. And, you know, given that he's, you know, even though he's a PlayStation guy and talks about Xbox and this and that, he does provide everybody, you know, free content. And he has been doing it for a long time. So this is something that I can stand behind, not only because I know what it is to be burdened by healthcare costs and how it can affect your life. But it's also not something where your money's going to go to waste. I mean, it is wasted because the, you know, healthcare costs and everything is outrageous in the United States, but at least it's going for a good deed. And I wish him and everybody who's listening good health, because when you don't have it, you know, everything else doesn't really matter. And one day I'll let you know, and I'll get into, you know, how my health had really affected me in this last 2 years. But the thing is, like, I know in the end everything has to work out. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it right there. I just wanted you guys to know that, Dreamcast Guy, if you're a fan, he needs a little bit of help. And this money actually is going for a noble cause and not for something that is just gonna go wasted on someone's ego. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Remember to be kind to yourself and enjoy your life. And I'll meet you right there. Peace.